Hello there, little Coach KB here. So I want to talk about one specific rune on Galio. Aftershock, it has a 59.6 percentage pick rate, but it's actually not that great. And at most, that's what you're gonna see, right? Now, if you're gonna go to Master, that's what you're gonna see at most as well. The most popular choice is actually Aftershock. And so, what's even wrong with Aftershock and what are the possible alternatives? Well, Aftershock does face some issues. Now, some people may say, but you're a melee champion, it's nice to have some extra defensive stats, but also note that your W and your passive does actually get value out of it because both of them scale with magic resist that you gain from your Aftershock, right? Now the issue with Aftershock itself is, for example, I'm gonna go for an average Galio combo, right? Usually at this point Aftershock already expires, right? After your whole CC combo. And then a mage can really easily use their own combo on you, of course. Now that's not even the issue. For example, say if you play Galio, often before you even get to proc Aftershock, that's the problem. Before you even get to proc Aftershock, mostly mages already used all of their abilities on you. That's one of the problems I see with actually going for Aftershock on Galio. From the other hand, it's as I say, like it's kind of a baiting on Galio, I think. Just because, like as I said, like it's hard to get value out of it. And I think there are better options, such as one thing that people are sleeping on, the good old Predator. Now in lane you will have less pressure, but in some matchups you won't have any pressure anyways, you know. So it's not like you're gonna lose much because you're not winning your matchup anyways. So at least you can maximize out your own seed Predator. But in these days, not a soul uses Predator. Not a soul, no one, right? Now, from the other hand, what else could you arguably even go for? Phase Rush. Why would you even go for Phase Rush? What does Phase Rush even allow you to do? There are some matchups that if you want to trade, you want to disengage smoothly, right? And that's what Phase Rush allows you to do. For example, if you're fighting a Yone, it's actually way easier to disengage with a good Phase Rush than as if you wouldn't have it, right? So that's like one of the alternatives I would suggest, Phase Rush or either Predator, but I think it has some validity. I wouldn't like completely like shit on Aftershock, of course. It has some validity, but I wouldn't perma go for it, right? Like as I said, we go to any site statistics, we type Galio and people are perma going for it, right? And now I know that recently Phase Rush got a little nerfed and a Predator is not the most meta thing, but I don't feel like Aftershock is that worth. Overall, the other issue is if your E gets cancelled, right? If you're facing one of those matchups where your E gets cancelled when you want to dash in, you won't connect your W more than often, which means you won't even proc Aftershock. That's the issue, right? And so in those type of lanes, I would even like my bad. I'm a bit ill. So in some type of matchups I would even legit actually recommend to go for Combat and Scorch just to maximize out your Q pokes, which at the end of the day will mean that you'll be able to actually trade more smoothly into champions that are very good at cancelling your E or spacing your W, of course. So generally speaking, it will mean that you will have some threat in lane, and it's more likely gonna have a priority just because you can push people, poke people more smoothly out of the lane. But I think out of all of the options, Aftershock is the most underrated, and I don't really usually see any like rune flexibility from Galio players. So that's my own opinion. Like as I checked, even like as I checked in like multiple ranks, it's mostly like we're gonna see mostly it's actually gonna be Aftershock. Even if we go to EU or Korea, it actually doesn't really matters, and I wouldn't even consider Electrocute to be a thing, of course. So it's just a bad rune. And then we go to Korea, right? And it's gonna be the same thing. Some people go Phase Rush. It's really good, right? It's really good that some people go Phase Rush accordingly, but not all that many people. Not all that many people actually. And in here, it's like in Korea, I think it might be a bit more popular, and you see the win rate is actually not even bad. But for example, if we go back to EU, in EU people don't necessarily have that type of open mindedness. Some people do go Comet, as I said, which is great. Look, the win rate is actually not even bad on Comet. I know that the popularity is of course lower, which could mess with the win rate, but we can see that some people do go Phase Rush, do go Comet. Note that this is our roles, and some people of course go Phase Rush because they play top lane Galio. Rarely. Some people do it, of course. But mainly when we are talking about mid lane, these gonna be the general choices. We can see it's pretty much the same thing, right? So that's it for now, guys. Have a nice day, and remember to be a bit more open-minded to your choices of runes on Galio, because Aftershock is just not it. Like every game, I don't see it working. Of course, it's good if they have a lots of bursts. It has some validity, but don't perma go for it.